Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and it's a Saturday, which means that we're in Minecraft. But we've been in Minecraft all week. We've been working on the West Hill build, trying to get closer and closer to that finish line here on the Citadel server. And things are going well. We finished up the fisherman's homestead and we did some details yesterday, added a fish rack and a wharf and all kinds of cool stuff. And I don't know what's next. We're going to check the book, check our mood, see what needs to be done, and we'll go from there. And I hope everyone's having a good Saturday so far. I am full of pancakes and ready for video games, as one often is on a Saturday, or at least as one should be, I think. Dan, SweetSandi, hello. Obu is also here. Whew, that's too hot. That's too hot. Wow. I miscalculated. Mistakes were made. So here we are inside of the Fisherman Homestead, and there's a spotter somewhere. I hear him. There you are. We don't need you. I might want the string though. And then I broke my house. So as a quick overview, we started this 2 or 3 days ago and started off at a frame. Then we did the outside, changed the roof a little bit, added some details inside. There is still a couple of things I want to do inside, so we're going to try to take care of that right away. We have some cool armor stand mod packs that are helping us out with the fish on the rack and the fishing rod on the workbench. Got a little dock with a boat. Now this is all vanilla, which is nice, except for, of course, the mini block. And then we've got all of the I guess model for the canoe that someone might have been carving. And again, the only thing that's not vanilla here is the axe. Everything else is vanilla. And I thought the leaf litter looked like wood shavings, so we did that. And then we just put together a garden. And I've got custom beetroot textures, but everything else over here is all vanilla as well. So we try to use as few mods as possible. There are just a few things in these mod packs that I really, really like. Mini blocks is one of them. Speaking of, I don't think I had a salmon head anywhere. We're gonna go back and see if we can find a salmon head. I need to make a small list of things that I need. I think it was a salmon head, and there's room to put things on either this windowsill or that windowsill as well. I feel like we should put something there, even if it's just a cup or maybe some flowers in a vase. Maybe. I think I might have some of that here, just not the flowers. Yeah. No flowers. Okay, so we need to get the flowers, and we need to get... Oh, I need to put the hoe back before I do that. And I should probably put a bunch of this stuff away. At least we'll have some room. All right, now I think we're good. So, oh, I have no more rockets. That's not good. I have to make more of those too. And carrots. We're low on all kinds of stuff. So I want some flower pots, some flowers. We're gonna need a fish head. And I think that's it. I don't think we need more fish. My stone box. I think we're good otherwise. How was everyone's Saturday? Sussy Skittles, hello, welcome back. Once the full render distance is loaded up, Like, I really like the atmospheric perspective that this shader pack gives. It's really nice. Everything in the distance just looks a little bit washed out. If anything, I could probably increase it, make it more intense. Today's gym session was productive, Sassy. Very cool. What day was it? Do you do like upper body, lower body split? Do you do... What do you do? My gym sessions this week have been good, but they've been low-key. I've been at 80% coming off of an injury. So I've had to be grown up about it and not lift heavy. All right. First, we need more rockets and more food. So more rockets is easy. Do that twice and we should be good to go. Although we're running low on some stuff. Replenished on that. Now for food, I don't think I have, and the carrots. We might have to find carrots elsewhere. I've got potatoes. We could just switch food sources for a bit. Might as well, right? I don't remember how much one charcoal does. Is it 8 items? I think it might be 8 items. Probably don't have enough. Okay. We also needed flowers. We'll just bring both of these. And I needed my stone box. I think I might downsize one of my shulker boxes. I don't think I need one shulker box for all of the different walls and stuff. I think that was an early game idea, but it's no longer viable. Well, we've got sugarcane for paper. That's good. I could have sworn I had extra carrots around here, but I guess I don't. Right, well, I've got 64 for now. Fish head, thank you, Sandy. I think I have to go elsewhere for that. That's not going to be here. I didn't see anything in the chests, so we'll scoot out to the mini block storage. This was an old tower that Megan had built, but when she stopped playing on the server, I just kind of turned it into some ruins, but she had a storage system down here, which still has a bunch of stuff in it, but keep all the heads from stuff over here. Does not look like we have, those are all player heads. we might have to kill some salmon. Could try another rack that could look like maybe fish guts or something. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. I think a salmon head would be funnier though. So that's what we'll do. Nighttime. Yeah, I want to go with the salmon. There's been some swimming in the river next to us anyway, so it should be pretty easy to find. I'm just going to see if I have looting on any of my tools. I feel like I've got a looting sword somewhere. Probably in here. Looting 1. There's no sword in there. There might be looting on an axe, maybe. Self-touch mending. I think looting fortune doesn't help. I think this is my only sword that's enchanted. We're almost at a full stack of goodies, of cactus flowers. Now the trick is going to be not to chop down all the grass. Got the salmon, not the head. This is harder than it looks. Nothing. Might be solving our food problem. I'm not sure how often the heads drop. Tonight was biceps and forearms, but I did legs yesterday, so I was on the weaker side. That's how I usually do it too. My leg day is its own thing. Actually, fun trick. I do forearms at the end of leg day because I'm usually not ready to walk anywhere. So I stand around and I do forearms until I'm ready to go. I tend to not do biceps and forearms in the same day. And that's more of a time thing. It's probably better to do, it's probably more efficient to do it in the same day. But oh, we got one. Sweet. That didn't take too long. 1 in 15. I think it might look better. Oh, these are 3D now. I don't remember them having fins. Oh, you stupid. This is a data pack problem. That's annoying. I forgot about that. Ugh. The data pack screws up the head. Well, back to the drawing board. Maybe it won't take as long this time. I wish we could clone them. Like, I wish once you had a salmon head from the data pack that you could just make more. You've got to left click and then right click. I can't even do it in reverse order. Man, this is not easy. It's probably because I'm wearing my elytra. Got it. Okay, that didn't take as long. All right. I have one shot at this because I'm not doing this again. Yeah, reads more of a fish when you come in the front door. I think that looks better. Cool. All right, flower pot and flowers. What color flowers do we want to put on this thing? Is there a flower that's cyan? I don't think so. Probably the pitcher plant, which you can't put in a little flower pot. Maybe one of those, maybe one of those, maybe one of those. Say that's probably the best options. Hopefully, this will look good. I'm gonna guess cornflower. It is very tall. You know, I think I like the tulip better than the cornflower. We'll double check the blue orchid, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna go with tulip. I don't use them that often. I think the tulip echoes the carrots really nicely, so we'll go with a tulip. Nice. And I think that's all I really wanted to do inside. It felt a little bit bare. I have a book somewhere. Now we can check something off. Bee farm. Did I not have this listed somewhere? Or did I check it off last time? North, maybe it's north points of interest. I thought I had it in here, but I guess I didn't. This must be what I meant by north points of interest. So, Spruce River. I feel like this is just the title. So I know that there's also the north path and then the west road and then the north road. So this is the north road here. Weekends, are you just finishing off whatever you want because you finished all the important workout during the weekdays? It's funny, I don't work out on weekends. I'm a Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of guy. I used to be 5 days on, 2 days off, but it's just too much for my work schedule right now. I have the time. I just need a little bit of recoup. Actually, I find that I've changed my routine to include 4 to 5 second negatives, so like really slow negative stuff, and I find I need a day to recover. I wonder if this would be, this might be fun to add in a path over this way. This is going to be a lot of landscaping work. Maybe we'll stick close to home here and we'll just add some more stuff along. Something I would love to see here is fireflies along here. So maybe we'll try that. Yeah, it's a texture pack for the multi-flower. So unfortunately, we don't have any control over it. It's just random. In the same way that when you put a grass block, like one of these guys down, it's not always in the same position and it's not always the same height. Like there's a little bit of variation to them. And in the same way that flowers, when you place them in the world, they don't always go in the center. So it's random as to what you're gonna get depending on the block ID, I think it's called. And I can't, is it a, I don't think it's a mod, I think it's a data pack. But it's called something like Betty's Flowers or something. It's not Better Flowers, which is, unfortunately, I really find it poor naming when people just call it better something, because better is such subjective. Like better F3. Is it better? I mean, sure, maybe. So yeah. But it's a, I think it's a data pack that we have. Okay, let's grab some firefly bushes. Firefly bushes. I don't think we can get away with sugarcane. Do I have any bamboo? Not with me. I also don't have a way to keep bamboo from growing, which is unfortunate. Sugarcane, I think it's just gonna be too bright. And again, that's also gonna grow to the full height unless we put a piece of string on it. It does add some variation, and it looks really good if you luck out and the place where you put the flower pot on a windowsill is actually like a multi-flower. It looks really, really cool. Okay, so I'm thinking we start the firefly bushes maybe like around there. 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 along there. Apparently we can also bury some and have more fireflies without the bushes present. They really do look good nestled in amongst the grass, don't they? I want to have a couple close together here. Maybe we'll put 2 here. Looks pretty natural. I might want to put one more slightly away from the edge. I feel like I want to have one kind of like in this area back here. The flowers will be random, but in the same location, the same block, they will always be the same version. Yes. Yeah, so no matter what, once you discover, I think it's like the flower map too. So like if you're doing like a flower farm and you know that a certain square is always going to grow a dandelion, like that's what it always grows. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. You'd have to look at the data pack. Oh, we need more bushes. I want grass. Bone meal. Now, what's going to be the easiest way to do this out in the wild? Probably just use some blocks. Maybe that was going to work. Start to mess up if you go too fast. It's like playing guitar, which I'm learning but not very good at, and it's very frustrating. Learning to do finger picking, having your hands do 4 different things at once. Cat Lad, hello, welcome in. Sorry, Cat Lady May. I shortened that quickly. That's what I get for looking over at chat sideways. Well, I started off as a rainy day, and now the sun's come out, and I can feel it just getting warmer in my studio. Just looking for opportunities to add some different foliage in through here. This feels like it's a little bit on the bare side. I'm sure all I did before was just bone meal stuff and then get rid of the flowers. Thanks for coming by, Cat Lady May. And sounds like you enjoy the spawn chunks if you're a big fan of Pixel Riffs, and hopefully you listen to the podcast as well. Do we like the high double grass? I think it might be a little bit distracting. Nice. Glad to hear it. Oh, no. I don't want to sleep. I want to see the fireflies. When do they come out? There they are. The question is, can you see them from across the river? Probably not. You can hear them too. That's really cool. See the sparkles, but we're probably too far away for the particles. That's annoying. Yeah. I'm sure for performance reasons you have to be much closer. Yeah, they just fade out if you get too far away. Oh well, it was a good thought. I think we're going to move one of these a little bit farther back. They do sort of all look like they're in a row. That's a little bit more natural looking. Nice. I wouldn't mind adding a few more. First of all, we want to avoid this guy. Please step away from the shulker boxes, please and thank you. Okay, so I think now in the daytime, I'm going to grab some more, probably, I think I like the idea of putting in some mangrove, maybe some azalea. We'll get some moss. We are going to have to go back to Dartmouth Meadows to get all kinds of stuff. Carrots and moss and what else do I want? Concrete powder. The good news is we've got lots of green dye from all the cactus farming we've been doing. So I thought it would be cool, maybe around some of these new bush blocks. Don't really have one over here, do I? That we could add a little extra. Maybe we'll do that here. Yeah, a little less obvious. Actually, that could probably be, this could probably be coarse dirt. And this is feeling a little on the straight side. I wouldn't mind adding in a little bit here, maybe. That's a little bit better. One of the things I like to do along riverbanks is a combination of these path blocks and rooted dirt. I think they look really good together. So I'm trying not to get too carried away because this is not a main road. I just want just a little bit of texture to make it feel like something. I should have brought some gravel with me. We're gonna need more rooted dirt too. Maybe off to the right. I almost need another texture. Although I guess this needs some moss and other things in the grass side too. And for that, I think I need to decide what we're going to do for a tree. So maybe I should just plant a tree there and see what happens. I feel like that's probably a good spot. Yeah. I think we're going to need a tree over there too. Carrots, rooted dirt, what else is on the list? Moss. So like if I was to make a little list in here. Moss, rooted dirt, carrots. We'll make it like an inventory check. Gunpowder. No. Yeah, gunpowder. We're a little light on gunpowder. So I guess I could put a rocket up there. What I should do is I should put that in a separate shulker box. So there's the list. Actual carrots. So that, because I've got gold. Yep. Moss and moss carpet. We can make rooted dirt. So like I can take roots and dirt in a data pack and just make them. I thought. I could have sworn we had one. Oh, it's 2. Oh, I changed the data pack. That's right. The same yield, but it's a different pattern. Rooted dirt is something we would have to make ourselves anyway. Cat Lady May, thank you very much for the follow. The real question is, how were you not already following? I'm teasing, of course. I'm not sure whether that's too light. I do like the idea of maybe adding in some stone here and there, because we've got some stone over here, and I feel like bringing in a little mossy cobble, or I didn't bring my gravel. Even an andesite would be good. Metricat, hello. Or is it Metrocate? What's my most mined used block? I would say stone because of the projects that we've got. Data? No. Nope. Where do I find that? I don't remember. Statistics. Is it under M? Or blocks? Items. Times mined, times broken. Grass blocks. Yep. Grass, dirt, stone. Times crafted. Times used. Pickaxe. Dropped. Yeah. I'm surprised that's... Well, yeah, look. Spruce trapdoors are up there. Times used. Yeah, trapdoors are up there. 100%. I think I'll just bump that ahead by one. Sometimes it does drive me a little bit nuts how much you have to switch tools for different blocks. Yeah, I think that's just enough. I feel like I might want to move a couple of these around. We got a big tree. That's good. That might even be too big. Actually, that's not bad at all. We're going to tweak it, but I think that's cool. Immediately switching gears. Are we done with the textures on the road? I think we are. At least this part. I think maybe I prefer something like that there, and then we'll move this one. I feel like this could maybe be gravel or something. I'll worry about that when we do that stretch. Oops. What looks better, azalea? No, I think I prefer the contrast. Cool. Ah, crap. Actually, let's go here with those. Would have guessed spruce trapdoors would be higher. Yep, I would have guessed that too, actually. We covered this actually on the channel. There's a highlight in my Twitch channel about what I would add to the inventory, and it's a radial wheel for your tools. So your tools would not be stored in this space. You would have a separate spot for the tools, maybe 5 across there, and then all you'd have to do is press down a button, and you could switch via like a wheel selector. I think that would be pretty handy. Yeah, that might be a little too tall. Whoops. I am all over the place today. This is also a good spot to put in some of that mossy cobble. Stream time is an hour. Thanks very much, Sandy. Appreciate the reminder. I'll sleep so that we don't have a bunch of mobs spawning while I'm AFK. Take one last look at this as we walk down. I think it looks pretty good on the right-hand side here. Yeah, pretty natural. Feels like an overgrown path. I might have just a few too many grass bits up close to the edge here. I really like the new bushes. They help add a lot of variety. So we'll worry about this once we know what we're doing with this tree. Let's do one of these. Yeah, looks pretty good. Trying to slowly kind of like fade out the moss so you can still see it from the road, but then you don't have to do every single block. Yeah. The trick with all of this is to try to get it so that it doesn't pull your attention. If you can do that, I think you've successfully made the changes that you want. Yeah, cool. All right, I take a break once an hour, folks. It's that time. The coffee needs a reheat, hopefully not as hot as last time. And I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. FRDRC, hello, hello. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. Sounds like you're in the search mode in Minecraft. I'm hanging out in here because it's going to be nighttime in like 15 seconds, so we're just going to sleep before we go back outside. It's been a long time since I've had to adventure in the Nether. I mostly just stick to the overworld. The builds that I've been focusing on have been so overworld centric. I've never even been to the Nether from a portal here in Westhill. There is no portal in Westhill. We use the teleport command from the main area for it. I really like that tree. So we're going to switch gears here. And actually, since we're running low on this stuff, it might be a good time now, after the break, to take a little bit of a walking tour. We'll go back to we'll go back to Dartmouth Meadows and get some stuff, restock on some things. We'll make some notes as to what we need. Okay, so we know we're going to need moss, rooted dirt, carrots, and gunpowder. What else we're looking at here? We are doing okay there. Lots of that. Don't have a lot of dripstone. I don't keep that anywhere though. We're not low on any flowers, really. I have some carrots there, but I was going to keep those for planting. I need like several stacks of carrots. We're good for vines. I think we're good for azalea bushes. We'll double check that just to make sure. We were low on rooted dirt, but we can make more of that. That's not a big deal. Which would also replenish our azalea. I think that's it. It's just the food issue. All right, I'll bring this. I'll bring this and bring that just in case. And I guess we should go back to the castle just to see if there's anything else we're short on. Sandy's all in for the road trip. Nice. We are good for azalea. We don't need any azalea. Okay. I'm not getting any mangrove wood. That's a trip unto itself. I know we're all good on that stuff. We could use more gold. Right, gunpowder. Actually, I guess I could just bring this, couldn't I? I think that's everything. We're going to go through moss like crazy. That's why it's worth going. A stack of moss is not going to last me 20 minutes. Yeah, that tree breaks up the river nicely too. I mean, not that we're going to be flying around here much, but I think it might be a little bit tall. I really want it to look a little bit more like this tree here. So we might have to trim it down just a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add... I like the height of it here, but I'm going to add something else like in that area. We could maybe even push this off a little bit, have that look like a little path to kind of encourage players to like stand here and look. And that could almost be over a little bit too. Yeah, definitely having something behind that would be good. And lower. And again, this is one of those things where like these two things are almost the same height. And so because Minecraft is so straight, it messes with your perspective a little bit. So I think cutting that down at least by a block will be helpful. We talked about that yesterday. So technically that's not a tangent, but it's like a weird compositional thing that would make my eye twitch forever and ever. So we want to avoid that. I'm not even sure if the creeper farm is still working. I don't know if anybody's been in Dartmouth Meadows for ages. I guess I walked through there briefly a couple streams ago, but like it's not like I was there for long enough for the creeper farm to actually be functioning. We did not do any riverscaping here. That's obvious. Quick show of votes in the chat. Has anybody here today not been back to Dartmouth Meadows? Like have not been outside of Westill? Are you so new to the streams that you've never been to other parts of the server? Just out of curiosity. So we have command blocks. There's a command block buried down there. And when I press this button, it takes me back to my center coordinates. So right here, we're at -8900 and -9700. But when I change my position, we're now at -61 and -77. And so this takes us back to like the center of the world. And this technically the center is right there. That's 1, 1. And then we have different branches of portals. So that takes you to the modern city. The one that we just came out of obviously takes us to the medieval fantasy zone. There's another medieval fantasy portal there. And there's a fourth portal somewhere, and I can't remember where it is. I think it goes to the swamp, maybe? I can't remember. And then we have our old nether tunnels, all from way, way, way long ago. And the moss farm is next to the iron farm, which is hopefully still going, even though we've not been in the area. Sussy Skittles has not been this far. Metricate, no, this is a private server, private whitelist. Oh, thanks, FRDC. FRDRC, sorry. Do you go by, is it Frederick? Is that how you pronounce that? Iron farm. Moss farm. I didn't bring my moss shulker box. That was really dumb. That's all right. I guess we'll just use this one. All right. Moss has been got. Rooted dirt we can just make more of. Carrots and gunpowder. At least I brought a shulker box for the gunpowder, so I can fill my inventory with carrots. It's fine. So there's an iron golem being melted right now. Somewhere. You can hear him. That's the moss farm. I'm curious as to how many iron blocks we have now. That's full. Wow. Nice. Very, very cool. We've got a bunch of stuff downstairs too that's making dye, pink dye, red dye, and flowers for cosmic, I guess. Actually, you know what? I should take, for people that have not been here before, I'll just take the long way. I mean, long. It's not that long. I'll just sleep first. Yeah, there's lots of pink dye. That's for sure. So we were very close to spawn, and this is the path that takes you into Dartmouth Meadows, which is the original starting area for the server. So we've got this little rope bridge that takes you into the valley, and this is where everybody started. So every house in here is from a different person, and then a lot of the big farms you see on the horizon are mine. Go behind the waterfall and into Dartmouth Meadows. Feels like a Nintendo game. It's so bright, so many different colors. We started this just after the 1.12 release, which is like the world of color. So everybody was very much into using concrete. I made a little log cabin and a barn, but then all my farms are like red concrete and orange concrete. And Matt Cass made a purper farm and the green concrete for the sugarcane. And the creeper farm is over this way. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to stop by to see if I've got some gold. Of my own gold that I can steal. No, I do not. Okay. I'll take this, though. Don't have much. I don't think I have any gold over here. I think all the rich stuff is inside. No. Okay. Stealing from yourself is not really stealing. That's fair. We also have beacons everywhere, so you move a lot quicker, which is nice. Did I know that someone made a cherry tree farm? That's awesome. I don't think I knew that. Very cool. Gunpowder. Obviously, since the squids have started spawning, we do get some glow squids in there too, which was unintentional. Those are huge. I don't think... No. Okay. Gunpowder finished. So it's just carrots and any more gold. I'm not sure. Maybe in the nether. I might have some gold in the nether. Carrots are just going to be in the carrot farm. Although before I raid the villager farm, I'm going to check to see our greenhouse to see if we've got anything there. This stuff was all fun. This is one of my builds. Carrots. Looks like we are not full back at the carrot farm. I wonder if that's malfunctioning. It's probably just because there's no one in the area anymore. So the guts of the greenhouse have a bunch of filters. I think this is the carrot filter. Yeah. Looks like it's working. Yeah, Cosmic might have done the cherrywood farm. I haven't talked to them. I don't know. Looks very similar to the last time I was here. Doing okay. All right. This does not have a lot of room, so we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like that's enough for a while without causing a glut for people. Poor Edgar. Oh no. I wasn't aware of Edgar. I guess we'll go to the Nether. That's it, right? It's just gold is the only thing. I think I prefer lighter purple portals. The black portal is a little bit odd. I think it's probably just me having spent so much time in regular vanilla Minecraft. I guess for people that were new, this is our Nether hub. This is one of the first big builds we did on the server. My design, but Alistair and Maccast helped me dig it out. And that's the Nether roof. And it doesn't go down to the bottom, but it goes pretty close. Or it goes to at least lava level. And then each tunnel is color coordinated. So blue and white for north. We've got sandstone heading west to the desert. We've got dark oak and roses going south to the dark oak forest. Surprise. And then east is my swamp base. So that is... that's the 4 cardinal directions. It doesn't go very far. Once you get 3 or 4 chunks, the tunnels just end and they turn into cobblestone roads. They're all interconnected though, and we have the farms connected up too. I don't think I have any fancy stuff in here now that we are here. I feel like all of my rich stuff is kept in here. I've got some gold, but not a lot. I don't think I have gold in the modern city. I don't imagine why I would. Well, we're going to go right by it, so we might as well check. The storage system is really close to the portal. New folks are getting a real treat. Going all over the place. First place I will check is the bank. We've got a lot of tables and chairs to fix in this place too. Maybe that's what I should do after I finish West Hill, is come in here and fix the tables and chairs. Don't imagine I have much for gold. Just armor to be smelted down. I mean, which we might as well take. That's fine. We probably have got gunpowder here too, yeah, for the explosives. One of these. The junk chests. Everybody has one. I have several. Little bits, but not much. Not much, not much. I'll check upstairs. Whoops. So the way that we divided up the city is we've got blocks. You can see on the map, they're all kind of like color coded. So people could lay claim to like a quarter of a block or a full block or a half block and then just build something. So far, I think I'm the only person that's built anything in here. And this was all lit before the changes. So really, we've got some lighting changes we could make here too. Just a few little bits of armor that we can melt down, and that's it. Okay then. Mikatu, yep, this is the modern city. This is my penthouse. Obviously not finished, and the tables and chairs is the old data pack. But it's not bad. Like, I was watching a lot of Corrales stuff when I built this. Really large. We'll take the fast way down. There's my mosaic that I really like. I did a lot of infrastructure here, but I didn't do a lot of builds. Just the bank and the 2 towers and the mosaic. And we've got a map here too. I really wish that vanilla maps looked like this. So I'm going to walk down the hill again, just because I want to get a feel for how things are going with that firefly bush. And if I would do a lookout up here, is that tree going to be a good addition to it? Yeah, breaks up the field nicely. This is going to be a lot of work too. I think one of the issues I have with the things that are left on the to-do list is that they're pretty tedious. Textures on roads, wooded paths. It's a lot of the same colors over and over again. Although the bee farm, the apiary is going to be fun to do. I guess I'll put some of this. I should probably drop some of this off. I think some tilt shift imagery of this area would be really cool. I need to look into some mods or services that you can upload the world to and take some stuff. Yash the Beast, welcome in. Moss we can drop. This just goes back. And that's still cooking potatoes? Oh. Alright, let me just stop that. And I don't think I'm going to need a lot of this armor. Feel like 3 should be fine. Do I have an extra chest somewhere? I do not. That's annoying. Now, do I have gold ore here? Some. Not a lot. I think I'd rather keep that for potential building. I don't think I need this much, though. So let's grab fortune pick. What is tilt shift imagery? That's hard to explain. It is a form of photography where you have, I think it's a really wide aperture, so your focal length is really short. And what it does when you take like aerial photos of like tilt shift of like the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge or something like that, it sort of makes it look like a miniature, like it makes it look like a model. It reminds you, like, you can make real world landscapes look like, not SimCity, but like, I'm showing my age now. City Skylines, like it has that kind of top-down vibe to it. I guess we'll leave some of that. So we already replenished the rockets. That'll last us a little while. But we are still very low on gold because our main way of getting gold is now not an AFK farm. Our zombie piglin farm in the nether doesn't work the way that it used to because of the update. And I need that to bring back to the moss. It's a little tedious, but it does pay in the long run to be organized when you're dealing with a project of this size, because otherwise things just get out of control far too quickly. All right. So some of this stuff can go away. Oh, I brought too many of those. Surprise. I guess I could have left the carrots there too. Oh well. Slabs, stairs. Maybe a button or two. Custom tree time. I think we'll go small here. And then big on the other side. I find the easiest way to do custom trees is to grow a regular tree and then try to branch out from there. Pardon the pun. Oh, you know what? Fence gates. Fence gates are always good. I also said I wanted to shave off at least the top layer, right? It's really cool when you've got shaders on that you can see the shadow being built. That's kind of fun. So do you remember it was even with the top of that when we were over there? So if I take this down, now this is going to look bad, but if you can imagine it looking like a finished tree, now that it's shorter than that, it immediately changes and looks a lot closer. Now I don't remember where the middle is. I think it's here. It's looking a little bit better. Oh, it is a thunder shower. Cool. Do you ever mix grass, ferns, etc. in your trees? No. What does that look like? I still call them custom trees because it still takes a lot of work. I find it just speeds up the process. Funny how one block makes a big difference. It's pretty good. Try not to make it look too square. See, now here I'd probably want to trim the top back a little bit now. So that these are different faces. And then that needs to get thinner and less square. How does one do that? It's Abby Louise. Thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate that. How'd you find the stream? think it needs to come out a little bit to this side. So that block and the top block. It's funny how you can like it from one angle, but then not another. Sort of looks like a staircase. Well, it does not look good over this way, does it? Hopefully I didn't just make... I did make an exact copy of the same sign. It's so hard not to make patterns when you're trying to make natural looking stuff in Minecraft. Whoops. Me fall off of scaffolding? Never. Never happens. I really don't know what to make of this. Alright, so one thing we could do in there to help it make a little bit more sense is to actually have a branch in there. I'm actually thinking that maybe the fence gate would be better. stands out a little bit less. You know, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think maybe just 1 or 2 blocks over here. Why do leaves sound like grass? Because I do not like the dirt breaking noise. And the dirt breaking noise has been replaced with... no. Sorry, I don't like the grass breaking noise. And the grass breaking noise has been replaced by the dirt breaking noise. And then everywhere else in the game that's used, which is on leaf blocks, has been replaced. I don't even notice it anymore. Doesn't really faze me. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a good spot to walk away from the tree and move on to the ground. We're gonna take a look from a couple different angles. It's a little flat over here. But I can kind of see why I don't want to mess with it too much. We could try that. I don't hate it. It just needs an extra block over here, maybe. I find like doing this with shaders really helps too. I'm okay with that. So let's check the main reason I wanted to put it there, which was to help frame everything from over here. Yep. Covers up a lot of what's behind it, so it doesn't fight with what's behind it. Much shorter than the towers. Not the same height as that or that. That, I think, is far enough away that it doesn't compete. Thanks for the heads up, Sandy. Appreciate it. It's a little round. I kind of maybe added a little bit too much to it compared to like some of the other trees. I might take off just 1 block at the top. Maybe 2. Cool. All right, I'm just going to pop inside and pop away for another quick break. When we come back, we'll do the bottom of the tree. I take a break once an hour and gives you a chance to grab a snack, grab a friend. I'll be right back. Might as well just wait to sleep since it's going to be dark in just a bit. Thank you, Sandy. Now we got to do the roots of the tree. I usually find that this helps make the tree look like it's been around for a lot longer. Makes it look more important too, which is nice. So, what side do we want to put the roots on? Probably coming towards us here, I would say. That looks good. Oops. Need a few more things. Something is going on with my mouse. Really weird. I find that soul soil and soul sand look really good in these situations. We're gonna need some carpet and some moss though. What is that? Looks like a azalea? Acacia. You usually add some depth with moss carpet too. That might be a little bit too bright. I need to go check the other tree. I just did this the other day. You'd think I'd remember. Oh, that's what I'm forgetting. Mangrove roots in the ground. Yeah. That's what I'm forgetting. So I feel like here we could do something funky like a stair. Or maybe we should do that over here. And this I'll make roots. Oops. I can also put down a button, which can sometimes help. Plus we've got the other roots too. Not the roots, the leaf litter. I can never remember the name of it. And we can put that in places. Where would I want this to start? There. Looks pretty good. Yeah. I do find it hard to do texturing at this time of day when the sun's going down with the long shadows. It can be hard to kind of see where you need to add things. Man, I've got a lead finger today. I lost count the amount of times I've mined more than one block when I didn't mean to. I'm usually pretty good like that. See what I mean when I said a moss stack would not last me very long? Oh, I left my water in the other room. Do. I find that leaf blocks shine less in this shader pack too, which is nice. Those are oak leaves. I meant to use acacia. And I guess the only thing left is just to add a little bit more grass and maybe one of the bush blocks, the new bushes. Maybe there instead. I find that sometimes you want something in a spot, but then the RNG of how the game places down some of these blocks just makes it not something that works for you. I feel like I want something there, but I'm not sure what it is. No, I'd say that's probably good. Nice. And I don't really think we need to do anything along here either. Like, I think that's pretty much done. Yeah. So then it's a matter of deciding what we're going to do in that space. Thanks, Andy. Yeah. It'll be really interesting to see what happens when we clean up the shulker boxes. I think that'll be the real tell. I mean, you can't see them here because they're not rendering in. Oh, that reminds me. I was talking about this earlier. I should do this while I think about it, while we're standing here. Did I bring... I did not bring the right one. Darn it. Now, unfortunately, we're in a taiga biome, so moss is not going to work very well. I think I might move that over there. What will work, I think, though, is the new bushes, because they change color with the biome. And since we were looking to do some firefly ambiance, maybe we could put some firefly bushes on this side, because we do have like a little bit of this sort of like the same kind of grove looking foliage we have over there. That could be cool. This might not work. That's okay. Yeah, I just find that leans out too far. It's annoying. That's okay. Subscribed, Delara, tier 1, 46 months. Holy crap. Thanks very much. And for many more months to come, said Delara. That's awesome. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. It's kind of putting it in the same place, isn't it? That's pretty good. So I feel like we could maybe sneak a firefly bush like right behind there. Could be kind of cool. Even if it's just a one. I should maybe pick a different palette for in here. Like I kind of feel like we could get away with more muddy mangrove roots like in the path. Minus this. Just move it. I think it's one of the things I do find really annoying about taiga biomes is that you can't use moss the same way that I normally do. Well, while it's getting dark, let's go get a firefly bush. We'll get some other stuff too. I don't remember what I put in the water. I want to say it's azalea. Yeah. And what do I know? I don't need all this wood anymore. Just need a firefly bush. Maybe some ferns. I'll bring a torch so I can see what I'm doing. And I feel like that's it. So we've got a torch over here, which is probably not going to be what we have here. The lantern will probably stay. But I was thinking that the firefly bush, probably like right here. And then maybe we can replace this. Oh, I didn't bring any bone meal. Crap. And that's a no. We're just gonna fly away. I don't know if that's far enough. We'll find out. It was far enough for that one. Of course, there's always one. To keep my eye on those creepers. So that kind of helps, right? It kind of gives the firefly vibe, even though we're not close enough to see those ones. We're going to see those ones. I almost want to move this a little bit farther away. Man, they are coming out of the woodwork, aren't they? Again, to keep it looking authentic, it has to be pretty dark. I might actually get rid of that lantern. Can I sleep before he gets close enough? And the whole countryside is now on fire. Yeah, I think I'll try to hide another one over there too. They all have armor. Why? I guess I've been playing in this area for so long. Got a few levels though, or a few XP. Let's bump that to the other side of this. That's a little bit better. And then we'll put another one. Maybe over here. Yeah, I feel like that kind of invites you over here. Yeah, I'd rather see the firefly particles before we see the firefly bush. Kind of a nice little surprise. There's no grass in here. Yeah, that's really bright. I wonder... We'll have to address that maybe later. It might be better to have that somewheres up here. I could see that being on this corner. I mean, we're never going to be able to light the whole road. But I think that little path adjustment helps. Cool. It's really dangerous working in the dark around here, 100%. So now what are we going to put in this space? I guess we could put a shed maybe? I don't know. So many shulker boxes. I'm not even sure we have enough to pick all this up. Might be too much for the inventory space. All right, what can go inside here? This one. Tables and chairs, probably. Copper goes in the box. And I think that's it. Probably deep slate. Make a good addition. These go in here. All right, let's see how many of these we can actually carry. we might be able to get them all. This should go in here. 1, 2, 3 plus. Oh, look at that. Just enough. Now, this will be for another stream, but I really don't know what to put in this space. It might be just a matter of filling it in with some grass and maybe a rock or something. Like it could be something super, super simple. I also don't know what we're going to do up here. I was thinking maybe some sort of like apple orchard or just a little something for this farm to have like some sort of spot out here. I don't know. I also thought maybe an outhouse, but that made look a little bit funny. But I want to do moss on the side. But yeah, something definitely needs to go there. I think the main reason was because over here, when we're standing on this side, it kind of blends in. It's not as bad now that we got a different roof on here, but it feels very bland. So like I need to do something in this space to separate it out from this so that it doesn't look like it's part of that hill. Cool. Well, I'm not going to put all the shulkers away. I'm going to put some of them away though, because we're going to do probably this area next. So some of this stuff I'm not going to need. I'm probably not going to need flowers. The landscaping things we're going to need. And some of the woods, I'm sure. So I'm not going to need that. We will keep that. I'm not sure why I had the dripstone. This is the box I think I'm going to downsize. Keep those. Don't need those. I feel like all of these can just go in their respective boxes. Keep the grass. Coarse dirt, dirt. I think we're going to need just about everything else. Those can go in here. I don't know why I keep all this stuff. I'm such a digital pack rat. I'm like this in every video game I play that has an inventory. One of my, the banes of my existence is the games that weight your inventory, where you can only carry so much. Like visually, it looks like you can carry more, but then they assign everything a weight. I think it was Fallout. Anyway, it drives me crazy. I'm just constantly managing an inventory, and I don't feel like I'm playing a video game. I feel like I'm managing an inventory all the time. I don't think we checked anything off today, other than just like the remainder of what was around. I guess we did part of the roads. We can add something. Add something just to check it off. Road to fish. Fish build. I am this kind of person. I will 100% add something just to be able to check it out. So we've got west, north path. Maybe we should organize this a little bit. So the east road's all done. North path, south bank. That's confusing. Let's just say 2 ridge. Also takes up less space. Northgate Road, North Road to Farms, North Path Ridge. Okay, cool. West Road over the hill. And then we're into the riverbanks. I don't think I need this note anymore because we are in 1.21.5. Spruce riverbanks. That's going to be a huge thing. And I guess also we have to do, this would be I'm not sure what that farm is. Sure. It's got acacia in the roof. All right. Well, folks, I am going to wrap that up here and send you on to somebody else playing Minecraft. Let me just refresh my feed to see who's live. We've got Short Zelda is live doing a charity event with the guild. We've also got Scotsman UK. Let's send you over to Scotsman. Scotsman is got a similar build style to mine. I think you'll enjoy time there. Also a member of the Spawn Chunks community, which is great. What is the Spawn Chunks, you're wondering? That's my podcast about Minecraft that you're already listening to, right? You listen to that every week, every Monday. Comes out on your favorite podcasting app. Is available on YouTube for a video version. The video version is also on Spotify, but watch it on YouTube so you help us out with the ad revenue. You can, of course, follow me on social media at Joel Duggan. You can look for the Citadel Cafe, another podcast I do on your favorite podcasting app. And you can also follow me on Patreon, and that's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. That's how you can support this channel for less than a cup of coffee a month. It's only $2, and it is a huge way to keep me streaming. I really do appreciate it. And speaking of appreciation, Sandy, thank you so much for moderating this week. Delara, thanks for the sub today. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. That's the end of my week. I'll be back on Tuesday because I do the show on Monday, and I tend to need the whole day to take care of that. So thank you ever so much, folks. It's been a fun week. We are really getting there with West Hill. So see you next time. Bye for now.